Welcome to Parents Make a Difference, and I'm your host, Josie PV. What can a flooring business owner who arrived as an immigrant teach your children about success and character? In this episode, his journey from newcomer to community giver reveals powerful lessons every parent needs to hear. I'd like you to welcome our guest, Renalto Carrera, who is from whose business is R&R Luxury Hardwood Flooring. Welcome, Renato, to Parents Make a Difference.
Thank you, Yoshi, for the invitation.
It's great to have you here. I, I when I heard your story, I thought, oh, I would love parents to hear some of the lessons that I was learning even as I was as I was listening to you. So, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Guatemala.
Mhm.
I born in Guatemala. I grew up in Guatemala, and I was 20, 25, 27 years. I came to Canada.
What brought you to Canada?
Um, First of all, I was happy in my country. I have a good job there. But even if you have a good job, sometimes it's difficult for the people to get a house. So the first dream was to come here, work hard, and get a house.
And I remember you sharing something about your mother, about the fish kind of analogy.
Eh, I grew up with my grandmother because my mother came to Canada when I was little in school.
Mhm.
Eh, and we lost that thing, mother and son. I grew up with my grandma. She was my mother.
Mhm.
Eh, but when they hear about me working hard, they say, maybe you can come. We're going to help you. He came as a refugee. Uh, they they have the process with my brother, and they convinced me to come here to Canada as a refugee claimant.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm.
And what did you find your biggest challenge was coming here?
Uh, the biggest challenge when I came here to Canada was the first one is the language because I didn't know anything about English. I didn't have in my mind I'm gonna move to Canada to live. So I was with zero English. I start from the beginning. And the second one is I don't know what happened when I came here, but I ended up uh, with no family, and I ended up in a shelter because my family don't have a place for me.
Mm. Wow, that was hard. Wow.
Uh, kind of.
And so, how did you overcome that obstacle?
For me,
How did you what pushed you through to overcome that? You were on your own, you were homeless.
uh, I grew up in Guatemala, and Guatemala is a difficult country.
Mhm.
Uh, I born in a poor family, so you learn how to deal with the little things when you are a kid. So was was a little bit difficult for me for the language, but it's something we can say is normal in my life.
Mhm.
We have to fight for survive.
Fight for survive. Yeah, I find
Yeah.
that a lot of immigrants, they try to do what it takes when they come here. They don't let some of the little things bother them. If they have to walk an hour to get to the bus, they'll do it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to do whatever you have to do. You have when you come to a different country, you have something in mind. If you don't keep that one, you lose yourself, and sometimes it's not a way to get back.
Hmm. Hmm. And I know in your own business. Well, when did you start your own business and how did you get there? Because I mean, from nothing, from being homeless to actually having your own business, that's a big accomplishment.
Uh, I have that idea from my country because I'm technician in telecommunication. That one was my last job in Guatemala.
Hmm.
So I have my own job and I have my own clients. So I have that idea from my country. If you work by hour, you're gonna be stuck in the same place.
Hmm.
But if you try to build your own business or way to make money by your own,
Hmm.
the life is a little bit better.
And so you already had
So
that idea when you came here.
yes, yeah. The only problem is I didn't speak English when I came here, and I tried with so many different jobs. I started doing a cleaning company. I tried with roofing. I tried with framing. Uh, but for me to get here to the hardwood flooring wasn't easy. But when I get that chance and I start to doing what I do now, I really love it. So I say I'm gonna stay in this kind of job,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna learn whatever I need. And after I know 80% of the process, I'm gonna try to get my own clients little by little. That one was the idea.
I remember you saying how you were hired and hardly paid anything when you were hired, but you didn't take that for granted. You still did it. You didn't say, "Oh, you're not paying me enough. I'm not going to do it."
The thing is, everyone is different. Sometimes the people are not bad. The people are just like that.
Hmm.
They don't do the things trying to do something wrong with you or stuff like that. When I get hired, the guy was from Romania, but we work as a team with a Mexican guy, and he was a little bit chubby. So I know the weight he has is was difficult for him. So I have to do more of the job.
Hmm.
Some people say, ah, this guy is doing something wrong. He's pushing me to do most of the job and these things like that. I just put it in my head. I have to do it. I have to learn because I have a place to reach.
That's right. So you instead of giving up on that and saying, "Oh, it's not worth it," you still kept going and you learned as much as you can. I remember you saying how you just kept learning. You just wanted to learn, and
Yeah.
it's like it didn't matter. You just wanted to learn.
Uh, I think everyone in this world, everyone wants more.
Hmm.
Everyone has dreams. But if you keep thinking about your everyday, you're gonna get tired and you're gonna get stuck. You have to be focusing whatever you want, and doesn't matter the way you have to get it, you're gonna get it. So you have to be clear what you want and where you're going.
That's right. I mean, you had to be in order to be homeless and to be able to accomplish this. Definitely had to be focused enough and not let things get in the way. I love the way you said you tried many things, right? Because sometimes we're like, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that. Oh, I'm never going to find something that I like. But you kept
Yeah,
trying, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Until something hit, something that was felt right for you.
Like I say, everyone is different, no? I have problem with my ankle, so I cannot do roofing because I get really easy the
Mhm.
way the roofing is here in Canada. So it's not like I'm lazy, I don't want to do it, but that job is not for me because I have problem with my ankle. Uh, I try framing, but if I stay too much outside under the sun, I
Mhm.
get headache. So that job is not for me. So everyone is different. You have to find something that is good for you and stay there, learn everything.
That message is good for the parents that are listening. If they're in a place where they're not happy at what they're doing, to just keep trying different things,
Yeah,
right? I know my own husband, he tried a few different things until he got what was right for his personality, for his character, and he did
yeah.
well in that. And so I think that's this is a good message for the parents, but and then for our kids. For our kids because we might say, oh, try this, and they don't like it, but we want them to go into that field because the money might be good, or for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
We need one of those in the family. We need that type of um, profession in the family. But in reality, you need to feel right about it, and but you need to keep
Uh,
trying until you get something that you're right about.
yeah. Uh, I I really like what I do. Some people doesn't like what they do. They do it because they have family. But here in in this country, you have so many options.
Hmm.
This is the country for the opportunities, and you just need to be focused what you want, what you make you happy, and then put that one beside the money because we have a family. End of the day, we have to think about the family too, not just us. So you have to put everything in the balance. I like it, and I make enough money. This is the job for me.
I've once heard that if you're not doing what you love, then do what you love outside of work, because then the work brings you the money that you need to survive. But it's important to do what you love outside of it. So let's say a musician, and you didn't go in the field of musician, then be a musician outside of work, because then that will give you that energy to be happy even during the day when you're doing work that maybe isn't your passion. I love the way you take pride in your work. Now, Renato has done work at my home, and he goes over and above to try to make the customer happy. So I love that I've seen it firsthand. You take pride in your work, and you give more than is expected. And that is, I think, something, if we all work on that, I think that was a great lesson I even learned from you.
Uh, the thing is, I do this one because I love it. I really like what I do.
Mhm.
Uh, and when the people hire me to do the job, when I get inside to the house, I'm gonna do the things I love. So I have to do it nicely. And even if I have to do something extra and I didn't charge for that, I make myself happy because
Mhm.
I'm doing what I love. And some people in this country, they say, if they don't pay me, I'm not gonna do it. If they ask me for something extra, I'm gonna charge for that.
Mhm.
Uh, I cannot go like that when I'm doing something what I love. But end of the day, I have a family, so I have to give the client a properly charged,
Mhm.
properly job. This is what I think make the difference with the rest of the people because when you ask for something, they charge you.
Mhm.
For me, make the people happy, make me happy.
Mhm. Well, I was reflecting on that, and I was thinking, I mean, it's important. We can even tell our kids when they're doing an assignment, try to give a little bit more in your assignment. Don't just give what's expected. This
Yeah,
is what they try to give a little more. If uh, because if we use that analogy to always just give your best, and don't, if they say do this, 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 and this, say, well, how can I make it a little bit better? I was listening to Tony Robbins, and some of you know Tony Robbins that are listening, some parents, and some, you know, might not. But that's one philosophy that helped him become very successful. He tries to give his best, and he tries to kind of give just a little bit more than what people expect. And I
yeah,
thought, wow, I think that's a great analogy that adults can do, that children can do when it's assignments, presentations, and just a philosophy we can teach,
yeah,
because then, if everybody just tries to do a little more, it's like, wow, not always, oh, you're not paying me for that, or oh, yeah, that's all they expected on the assignment, I don't want to give any more, but if we just try just that little bit more, I think um, you will be remembered. The
yeah,
assignment will be much better. It's a philosophy in life that we can do, that will actually, we'll feel good about ourselves too, because we'll feel
yeah,
proud, right?
yeah.
So it hits so many angles. It hits so many angles.
Yeah, for example, I remember when I was a kid, my father was so tough with us, Don't talk in the table when you are having the lunch or dinner. Uh, don't answer back and things like that. He was really tough with us. The education was really strict with us. And I remember a few years ago, for a Father's Day, I write a text for him and saying thank you because when I was a kid, you were really tough with me and all that little things. Even when you hit me, we live in another world. But even when he hit me, I say thank you for that one because you make the person who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But with all my respect, I'm gonna be a better version of you
Mm-hmm.
with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this one is what I try to teach my kids, and I want them to be better like me than me. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we would want our next generation to be a little better because then they have more knowledge. They have our example, hopefully, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, we're going to make mistakes sometimes, but if there's a lot of love there, then that can help us to move through it, right? Um,
Yeah.
but but absolutely, I think we want the next generation to thrive,
Yeah.
and to who doesn't want their kids to do well, right?
Uh, some people will
Maybe
have everything in this country,
it's true.
but yeah, yeah, yeah,
We want, yeah. No, it's and I remember when I was talking about the fish just a while back. Do you remember when you shared about your mom? I think it was your mom. She says, I want you to have two fish. In
Oh,
the sense, I want you
oh,
to have more.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
just one. I want you to have two. And
yeah,
so, and then you said, but you said something different. You said you
yeah,
came to this. Do you remember? Let me see if you remember what you shared with me because
yeah.
I wrote it down because
Okay.
I liked what
Yeah,
you said.
yeah, yeah, yeah. From the beginning, I told you I'm coming from a poor country. I
Mm-hmm,
born in a poor family.
mm-hmm,
So when my mother decided to come here to Canada before she left, she said something like, "Now you have one breath. If I move out from the country, it was because I want you to have two breaths."
oh, it was breads. I thought it was fish.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Two
yeah.
breads.
And I understand that one, and I saw that
Hmm.
she worked hard. We have better food.
She
We
would
have
send money
better.
back home. Is that what would happen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, uh, and now, what I say, I say thanks to my parents for the things that they teach me, for the education they gave to me. But now I'm gonna be a better version of them, and now I don't want that two breads for my kid. I want maybe more, but I don't want the bread just for my kids. I want to teach them if they have more to share with the people doesn't have that.
Hmm. And that's is that what inspired you to start doing something back? Is it in El Salvador? Where do you go do the Christmas event?
Yeah, yeah.
Share with the parents what you decided. And I can already see the energy. There's good energy there because you're feeling so good about what you've
Oh yeah.
decided to do now that you've had some success here.
Um, this one start from years ago. I decided to grow up with a Christian education, like based on the Bible. I believe in God. I try to do a better place for everyone. I always try to help people, but I have one memory exactly in one part of my brain, and I cannot forget that day. Uh, for Christmas bazaar, we went with my brother to help people to carry the bags, the shopping and stuff like that, just for little coins. Uh, and with that money, we can help at home for stuff, for Christmas stuff. And one day we was running behind one car, a big truck, because they giving me toys for the kids. I don't remember if I grab a toy or not, but I have that memory when I was running behind the car trying to get my toy. And I know it's a lot of people doesn't have things for Christmas or even daily, no? And that memory I have, and now God put me in this position, and I have a blessing family, blessing business. I talk with my kids. They know I like this one, and sometimes they do this one like with me. But I told them, "You are grown enough." The smallest is 21, and they don't need anything. They have everything at home. And I say, "Listen, this Christmas is not gonna be for you guys. This Christmas is not for me and mommy. This Christmas is gonna be for poor kids in El Salvador."
Mhm.
And we went back, and we make a. For me, it was small. For the people there was a big party.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, we have food for the kids. It's small uh, things, but we make piñatas, candies, toys, uh, everything for them, and they were so happy. They were so happy, and that one made me feel like I cannot explain that.
Yeah, that must have been an amazing feeling. Now,
Amazing.
I know last year you said you did it in front of a hospital for the sick parents, or the sick kids and their parents, and this year you did it. Was it bigger this year, right?
Yeah, yeah. Christmas before, we make our own 200 tamal is the Christmas dinner in some poor countries in around Central America, and we make tamales. We went a hospital to give a Christmas dinner for the family who has someone there in the
Yeah.
hospital.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this
We
year
always
it was,
try to do something.
and this year was for the kids. This year you
Uh,
made it
yeah.
different, but you still were giving and you were doing the kids. And did they get gifts too? I don't remember if you were going to do that, or was it just food?
Uh, in 2 years ago, we keep some like a Christmas bag with um, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, and small towels. Just for the people who are there in the hospital waiting for a kid. I don't know if they know how much time they're gonna spend in the hospital, so
Right.
try to help with something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I remember hearing sometimes it's even just the food that's so important to them. Never mind the toys. For some people, it's the food that is even more
Yeah,
important than any little thing, right?
eh, in the hospital, we just keep something for to help them to stay clean and stuff like that, and the Christmas dinner.
Hmm.
And this year, we do something like uh, uh, sandwich, drinks, chips. Uh, it's not a full dinner, but we give something to the kids after the piñatas, candies, gifts. But end of the thing, everybody go in line and everybody grab the Christmas gift. Everyone.
Oh, see, they did. So this one
They
was a
did.
lot bigger than last year's.
Yeah, much
Yeah.
bigger. Much bigger. We was thinking to do something small, but little by little, some people come and say, "I'm gonna help you with something."
Hmm.
Like you help me with something, and thanks for that. But we was thinking to just go there,
Hmm.
put the car, the same memory I have to go, put all the boxes in the car, stop the car, and keep the toys for the kids. That one was the idea from the beginning.
Hmm.
But after that, somebody say, "Oh, I know a cloud. You can ask them how much it's gonna charge you." And my wife said, "Oh, that is gonna be nice."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I called him and I didn't ask, "Can you or you have time?" And say, "Listen, I have this plan and I'm gonna do this one." Uh, I asked him how much he's gonna charge, and he said, "You know what? Just come, book it."
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And I didn't think twice,
Hmm.
because if you're gonna do something for kids, you don't have to think about it. Let's do it.
I love that. In fact, sometimes we overthink. I know I overthink sometimes. And if we overthink, we don't do it, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
then we start to think, oh, but this can happen and this can happen. And so the power of a dream, the power of a dream, you didn't have to know how everything was going to work together. All you
yep,
needed to know is that you had to start with what you could do
yep, yeah.
because
You
you
don't have to think
started
twice.
and then more people joined in and made it even bigger. And that's
Yeah,
amazing. And I love even just that idea for all the parents out there listening. If you got something in your heart that you want to do, don't overthink it. Try it, start it, do something, and use whatever is around you. And that's what you did. You said, okay, we're gonna cook some stuff, and we're gonna just use whatever. I think I remember hearing in one of the videos that I watched that your wife, had to borrow a pan to
yeah,
cook. So
yeah,
you didn't even
yeah,
have the
yeah.
pots and pans to cook with.
Uh, I keep in my mind because from the beginning I was thinking to do something small, but I hear something from the pastor in the church, and he say we are ordinary people believing in an extraordinary God. So I say, if God is gonna help me, He's gonna put the people,
That's right, and he did, and he did.
and He did, He did, He did.
Now,
Yeah,
for whoever is into their faith, or is not, this is still a wonderful story because giving back, you gave back to your community. You were giving
yeah,
back. So it's great to be blessed, but I think life is so much richer
yeah,
when we give back. If it's always just about ourselves, it's not as amazing as it can be when you pay it forward, or you go out and help a community, or help, whatever your heart tells you, something that's in your heart,
yeah.
like for
Some
you that's
some
what.
some people doesn't believe in God, and I respect that because not everyone is the same. Some people believe in the universe, some people believe in karma, some people believe in different stuff. If you believe in money, even with the money move like this.
Mhm.
If you do something, you spend money on somebody else, the money is coming back to you.
I
If you
believe that.
believe in the universe is gonna move everything and it's gonna bring everything back. If you do good things, you're gonna receive good things.
Not necessarily from the same person. I believe
No,
that, and
no,
I believe that we do get blessed and rewarded, and for what we give out, not necessarily from that person, but that's not why we do it. There's like but you will be blessed. That's my
yeah,
belief,
yeah,
and I've seen it happen in my life too. But I would love my kids and parents, students that I had. I'd love them to learn that philosophy right there. Open our hearts to helping others, right? I mean, they even say when you're down, go and help someone else who's in need, because it takes away from you focusing on yourself in your situation.
yeah,
And it's very therapeutic too. But it's, if we all can do a little something to help others, expecting nothing back, right? Because I know
hmm,
you don't expect anything back from those people, but you know that your life does get blessed. I mean, I see the energy even in your face, just how happy it makes you. And I
yeah,
do believe that, what I believe that God will bless you because you're blessing others. But even if that wasn't the case, you already are blessed just by that feeling. Just by
yeah.
that feeling.
Some people say I have a piece of ice because I don't cry. It's like I don't show my feelings.
Mhm.
My wife sometimes make a joke with him, and he say I don't have a heart because she is is once in a while she's gonna see me crying or stuff like that. But when I do something like this, something inside me change,
Mm.
and sometimes uh, these things make me cry. It's something. It's change something inside you when you do something for people. Yeah, it's amazing. The feeling is amazing.
I love the way um, the power of one. You decided to start something, and it became so much bigger. So it's. I mean, you couldn't have even imagined all the amount of kids that came, all the help you got from different people. You got a YouTuber that was actually promoting this for you too, right? That loved what was
Um,
happening or something like that. That I understand. I watched a little bit on YouTube.
they help me to know the places
Hmm.
uh, where I wanna go to somewhere. So I know they make money with the videos, no? And I told them, can you cover this one? Not to tell the people, can you see what I'm doing? Or
No.
not telling the people, I need you to help me or send money for this. No, I just tell them, can you do the video just to show the people you can do something small for poor people, wherever you are, wherever you are from,
Hmm.
you can do something for people. Some guy who I'm not special. I'm just an ordinary guy who has that feeling to help others.
Hmm.
I know are more people like me when they see this kind of videos, maybe they can feel something inside and do something for others.
That's right. That's right. And
This
that's
is the
why.
idea.
That's the idea. Sometimes it's just to help people. It's not to put the light on yourself. It's to put the light on the idea of what you can do.
Exactly.
Because I can do it, so can you, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I love about these podcast parents make a difference because there's so many great stories like yours. And it's
Yeah.
like we just want people to hear them because sometimes it sparks a light in your mind. It says,
Mhm.
I can do that. As a parent, maybe there's some dreams there that have been just, oh, I don't know, it's too much, this, that. So, parents, if you're listening, something might be stirring in you. It's also to inspire our kids to say, hey, you guys
Yeah.
can do more than you think you can. You can do more than you think you can. And look at these people who've started with nothing and look what they're able to do. For yourself, you've opened up a business. You were homeless. You came here, you opened up a business. You were able to go out and pay it forward and give more. And there's a lot of people who say, oh, now in Canada, no, the opportunities aren't like before. What are your thoughts on that?
If you are talking about you, stop talking about the country. Stop talking about what the things are moving now. I came here to this country with zero English. I came here to this country and I ended up without family. I have to start from the bottom, working $15 by hour for 3 years. After 3 years, I start to see little more money, little bit. The things are not easy. Sometimes are easy for some people, difficult for another one. We don't have to stop our life thinking about others. We have to keep going with the dreams we have. When I came here, and I ended up with my hands full of stain, full of varnish, because I try to do the things fast. I don't have time to use gloves, to use mask. I try to be focused in whatever I have to do. And I remember long time ago when my daughter, the biggest one, uh, she wanna quit the school, and I told her one day, "Can you see my hands? Can you see how I ended up every single day just to try to give you a better life? I came here to this country with no English, no papers, nothing, and you can see me now working hard to try to give you a better life. You born here, you don't have problem with the papers, you don't have problem with the language, so push yourself and do something better with your life. You have to be better like me because you have more opportunities than me. So if I reach this place, you're gonna be better than me." and she finished the college.
Mm-hmm.
She has a good job.
Yeah,
The
that's great.
second one is gonna move to the university in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
So if you push your kids, you're gonna make your kids successful. But
Yeah,
if you let them do whatever they want,
yeah.
think
It's, it's
about it.
it's important they get our encouragement. You're so right.
Yeah,
It is important, and sometimes it's that just those few sentences you might have that conversation that makes them reflect. You know,
yeah,
sometimes we stand back and say, okay, they got to make their own decisions. They got to make their own decisions. They have to fall down, but it's okay for us to give encouragement and say, you know, and to share stories like that because we need a more perspective, right? Because I
yeah,
know my husband and I were married, we were struggling financially, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with this picture? My father came from another country with no money. He was in debt just to come here, and he did, in my opinion, very well. I have an education, I have the language, and I'm struggling. There's something that's missing from my equation. So I started to try to search, what is it that I'm doing
yeah,
wrong, that I'm, you know, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And with you and with technology now, you can always learn from people, which I
yeah,
love, right? Because if you find someone that doing well in what field you like or is doing well in general and try to take some of their principles, just like I wanted you to share some of your principles, right, of things that
yeah,
you've done. And so there is so much possibility today. Don't think the past is when people made money. Today and now with AI, people are concerned, but actually trades are not going to be really affected in AI. So if any of the kids want to go into trades, this is a great time because artificial intelligence is of what I understand, there's still going to be always room for trades. Trades is something that's always going to be needed because you know they're talking about how some jobs will be taken, but new jobs will come. But I like the way you didn't focus on all the negative, right? You said I got to stay focused.
yeah,
Stay focused.
yeah,
And that's a great advice for the parents, for us to teach our kids. Stay focused. Don't worry so much about what's happening there and what's happening there because it's taking you off of your focus on what you want to accomplish. And dreaming,
yeah,
you chose to dream and have a dream just instead of saying, "No, I can't make it for myself. No, it's too hard." You said, "This is what I want in life."
yeah. The week has 7 days. If you have 4 bad days and you think about four, you are not thinking another three. So if you have 3 days and that days are good, think about that.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. So every day is different. Everything has difficult stuff. Every day has a blessing. Every day has every single day is different. Take the good part of the day and think about that and keep focus on whatever you want.
Which is a great philosophy. A lot of people who are very successful, that's one of the biggest philosophies, is that put in front of you what you want,
Yeah,
focus on it, keep seeing it or keep thinking it. You know, some people write it down, some people just,
yeah,
you know, just keep it in front of your mind. And however you need to do that, whether it is writing it down, speaking it out every day in your, you know, out loud to yourself, or, but that's, how did you keep your dream in front of you?
it, yeah. During my life, I hear people saying bad things and I hear people saying good things. End of the day, you're gonna choose which one you're gonna keep in your mind.
And that's where you do have a choice, right? You
Yeah.
have a choice. So for the
Until
parents out
today,
there, I hope that that's what you're thinking of. Just what Renato said right now. You can choose and choose the better things because that's going to help you move forward.
yeah. Every time I talk with my kids,
Hmm.
I'm always saying my point of view. This is what I think, but I'm talking about their life. And I finish whatever we talk saying, end of the day, it's your life. You choose.
Hmm. And that gives them power because nobody wants to be controlled,
Yep.
right? But sharing and sharing is just sharing a point of view that they might say, that's a good point. And they remember that point, right?
Yes.
You know,
They always remember.
pardon?
They always remember.
Yeah. They hear more than we think they're listening, right? They're like, no, I heard. Sometimes we're like, oh, you're not even listening. But I
Yeah.
know for myself, my father used to sometimes say, I don't know, I don't think you heard me. I go, no, I heard, I can hear your voice in my mind over and over. So some of the good things.
S- Something happened to my youngest girl. I pushed her to get her own car. And as a joke, one friend told her, now you have your own car. You can do whatever you want.
Mhm.
And your parents cannot say anything to you.
Mm.
And she came to me and she told me what the friend said. And I said, okay, told your friend, you don't live in your car. You live in my house.
Mhm.
In my house, my rules.
There's still some
Some,
boundaries there.
sometimes you have to be straight with your kids. Let them to decide,
Mhm.
but you have to put the rules.
Yeah.
This line you cannot pass.
Mhm.
From this line, you need to come to me and talk to me before to do something.
And how many kids do you have?
In total, five.
Five, that's right. Five, just like
Yeah,
me. Right.
yeah,
So we need some discipline because, hey, five. But discipline is important in general to
it's
set some
really important.
boundaries. Boundaries are
Yeah,
good. Boundaries
yeah,
are good. They're good for us to set boundaries for ourselves, is set boundaries for family members so that we can respect each other. And it's also a teaching. We don't, it's okay to be friendly. My opinion is it's okay to to laugh and joke and all of that, but the parent still has to have boundaries because that's how we can teach them too, or give them, have them understand that there's consequences to situations, and it's always their choice at the end because we can't control them.
yeah. As a parents, we have to understand we pass for all that moments. We met bad people, good people, and we have to know our kids have that risk.
Yeah. Hmm.
So we have to be clear with our kids, even if sometimes we feel like it's uh, it's a little bit tough or a little bit it's too much rules for them,
Hmm.
but sometimes it's better. If we really love our kids,
Hmm.
we have to put rules.
Hmm.
It's the way we can take care of them outside the house.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, I appreciate all this, the the sharing, all of the information you shared with us. I love your story. I love that, you know, you have a passion for what you do. I love that you take pride in it, and I mean that's something we can help our kids to help take pride in whatever they do. It's I'm inspired by the fact that you started something in El Salvador and it's just growing, and just with an idea, not knowing how you were going to make it happen, but you started small and it's getting bigger and bigger, and you're influencing and probably touching many lives over there, as that one person a long time ago touched your life by giving you that toy when you had nothing.
Yeah,
And I just I think we learned so much through stories, and so I'm so glad that you shared some of your powerful lessons, because I think they're powerful lessons that we can, as parents, can use for our own lives, and can also help our kids to think of some of these lessons that we can, you know, in different situations, teach them and help them um, dream, dream big for themselves. You know, I want them to have financial comfort, but dream even bigger, helping others in addition
yeah,
to your uh, success financial success. I want relationship success for our kids, mine, yours, and then to pay it forward and help others. And putting it out there, making them think of those things, how other people are doing it, and then maybe there's something that they can do to contribute, is a great way to plant a seed. Plant a seed in our children, in ourselves, and our example. Your example to your kids is powerful. So parents, your example to your kids is powerful. So if there's something that you wanted to do to help others, and maybe you already do and you're being that example, and maybe there's a thought, something that you want to do, and you can do it. You can do it just like Renato. Thank you, Renato, for joining us on Parents Make a Difference.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for this time. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Parents, remember, you make a difference.